السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. النهاردة هنتكلم على موضوع مهم جدا جدا جدا. الفقرة هذه اليوم إن شاء الله هنتكلم على إنه إزاي واحد يعرف يتكلم كويس أو يقول كلمة كويسة وهو واقف في مشكلة أو في حاجة مثلا إيه زي مثلا في شغله أو في عمله أو عنده انترفيو هيعملها كل الكلام الجميل ده. ففي آية استوقفتني دايما، والدتي كانت بتقول يعني إنه لما يكون عندك موقف أو أنت عايز تعرف تتكلم كويس وأنت عندك مقابلة شغل تقول إيه: ربي اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. فالنهاردة بإذن الله تعالى هنتكلم عن الآية ديت والموقف إنه الآية دي اتقالت ليه. أوكي. So basically, we're gonna talk about uh, the main idea of Rabbi Ishrah Li Sadri, meaning that how this verse is gonna be beneficial, beneficial at your work, at a place that you need a support. You have an interview. There's a difficult situation you're facing currently, and you need to explain it. So here it says, "My Lord, expand my chest for me." This verse is very important in Surah Ta-Ha. So the story behind Prophet Musa's praise for courage, ease, and clear speech. As we can see here, just adjusting my camera. Perfect. Here the verse in full, it says رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. رب اشرح لي صدري, my Lord, ويسر لي أمري, for my breast, and ease for my task, and untie the knot from my tongue so that they may understand my speech. When it says not untie the knot from my tongue, like sometimes your tongue freezes. So this verse is very important, and it's a beautiful magical word that will help you to ease and be strong and have strong faith when you talk in presentation, in work, in interview, all these features. So this scene comes from the Prophet Musa, peace be upon him. He was born in Egypt during a time when Pharaoh had ordered every newborn Hebrew boy to be killed. So he was saved by the river. His mother placed him in a basket on the Nile, entrusting his fate to Allah, God. Raised in the palace, he grew up under the very roof the ruler who sought to destroy his people. So years in Madian, after fleeing Egypt as a young man, he settled far away, married, and lived quietly as a shepherd. So there is a fire on the mountain. Returning home, traveling back towards Egypt with his family after years away in Madian, and there is a distant fire. He notices flames on the mountainside and goes to investigate. No ordinary fire. What he found is defined sign unlike anything he has known, called by name. Allah speaks to him directly, granting him prophethood on the spot. A command: go to Pharaoh. He has truly transcribed because he said that he's God. So there's a mission too heavy to bear. Pharaoh's tyranny, he had declared himself a god. Musa was being sent to confront the most powerful ruler on earth. In addition, he passed he couldn't undo. Years earlier, Musa had unintentionally killed an Egyptian man and feared he would be killed in return. Lastly, and not in his speech, Musa had a difficulty in his speech and word he could not make his case clearly. The reason that he had a difficulty in the speech because when he was a baby raised in the palace, the Pharaoh believed that this baby is very smart and he might be the person that the Pharaoh dreamed about, that he's gonna face Pharaoh, and the Pharaoh decided to wipe all the male babies. And even the queen, the wife of the Pharaoh, protected Musa alayhi salam, peace be upon him. So the king offered a date plus a very hot coal or rock and he said that if the baby took the date and he's still a baby, doesn't understand, meaning that he's smart, he's the chosen one from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So by the order of Allah, the baby Musa, he took the rock and put it in his mouth, or the hot object, and that impacted his tongue in the future. So that's why. So why the knots in his tongue? From the tafsir commentary tradition, according to well-known account preserved by the early Quran commentators, the difficulty traces back to Musa's infancy as a baby in Pharaoh's palace. He once reached for the royal spear, alarming the royal court to test whether the child truly understood what he had done. He was presented with a hot coal and precious stone side by side. Guided away from the stone, Musa's hand went to the coal instead. So it was not a date, so it was a coal, and the burn is said to have left a lasting mark on his speech. So this means that this account comes from the tafsir tradition and rather than literal wording of the Quran itself, and its details vary between commentators. So the prayer, phrase by phrase, expand for me my breast, asking for inner peace, the confidence to face what lies ahead. Number two, A is for me my task, asking for mission itself to become manageable, not overwhelming. Lastly, untie the knot from my tongue, asking for clear, unhindered speech. Lastly, so that they may understand my speech, the purpose of it all, that the message of truth is not lost. Not alone asking for Harun, Musa asked Allah to appoint his brother as a helper in the mission, Harun. My brother Harun is more fluent than me in speech. This came in the verse Al-Qasab. Together they would remind Pharaoh of the truth and remember and glorify Allah side by side. This request too was granted in full. So here it says, قال قد أتيت سؤالك يا موسى. You have been granted your request, O Moses. So Allah is answering to Musa. So in Surah Ta-Ha, a reminder that sincere prayer does not go unanswered. So you keep uh, praying to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Why this dua still matters today, recited before exams, interviews, and difficult conversations, moments that called for both courage and clarity. It's a reminder that asking for support from others is not a weakness but part of a wise plan. In addition, shows that we can ask God, Allah, for inner calm and outward clarity in the very same breath, a model for turning to God before a task begins, not only after things goes wrong. So at the end, by this beautiful verse, my Lord, expand from my breast and ease from my task and untie the knot from my tongue so that they may understand my speech. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. A prayer for anyone who has ever felt overwhelmed by what lies ahead. Thank you so much. If you found this video is interesting, please comment, subscribe, like. Just give me your feedback, and I hope that this video is beneficial and it helped you at work. Thank you so much.